Hi everybody, here's my entry for the summer vinyl thread. It's a 20 question thread. The first question is an album or song with summer in the title. And actually I have two, but they're the same song but by two different people or groups. And it is Summer in the City by Joe Cocker and the Lovin' Spoonful. And I am going to show both the Lovin' Spoonful single Summer in the City, that if I can find the cover, and the album that Joe Cocker's version of Summer in the City is from. I believe it was Organic. Number two, the latest vinyl pull, which was actually a CD purchase. Hanson's album String Theory. Number three, a Whack-A-Mole album. The Whack-A-Mole album that I chose was the Beach Boys in concert from 1973, which is probably one of my favorite Beach Boy live albums. Number four, an album with a animal on the cover. The album that I chose was Pink Floyd's Atom Heart Mother. Number five, an album with a great story. The album that I chose is by a very good friend of mine, Anthony Crawford. I have been a huge Anthony Crawford and Sugarcane Jane fan for years, and when I was actually buying one of Anthony's other solo albums called National Treasure, he actually threw this one in as a gift, and the record that he gave me, or that I chose, was a record called Reflections on the Water. Number six, an album we would be surprised to see in your collection, which is Kenny G, Faith, a Christmas record from, I believe, 1999. Number seven, Cheap Heat, which is an album that I got a great deal on, and actually it's a box set. The Rolling Stones, Ladies and Gentlemen, which is a box set that I got for free because somebody didn't want, and I was really coveting it at the time, and I got it for free. Number eight, a 45 or other physical format. I chose a 45, and I have Buffalo Springfield Bluebird, and I forget what was. Oh, Bluebird and Rock and Roll Woman, I think, was on the B side of that. Number eight, number nine, sorry. Favorite music documentary: Harvest Time and Journey to the Past. Harvest Time and Journey to the Past are Neil Young documentaries. Harvest Time is a documentary that was released on the making of Harvest when the 50th anniversary of Harvest was released a couple years ago. And Journey to the Past is another documentary that came out in 1973 that I was lucky to get a copy of when I purchased the Neil Young Archives box set Volume 1 in 2009. A box set? The box set that I chose was one of my all-time favorite Eric Clapton. This is probably my all-time favorite Eric Clapton box set. The Definitive 24 Nights, which is a box set chronicling Eric's run at the London's Royal Albert Hall in 1990 and 91, and it has 3 styles of shows on both CD and Blu-ray: an orchestra show, a rock and roll show, and a blues show, and the orchestra show is probably my favorite. Number 11, most trashed record, Loggins and the record that I chose was Loggins and Messina's Full Sail, which I think what happened was I it got stuck between a couple of my other vinyl and somehow got broken. And it is my favorite Loggins and Messina record. But luckily I have it on CD, so I can enjoy it. Let's see, number 12, a local album is the local album that I chose is an album by a singer called Emma Jo. She is right now a country singer. I think she is based in Nashville, but she got her start here in Independence, Missouri. And the album that I chose from her is an acoustic record called Waiting to Be Heard. The next question is an album from a faraway place. The album that I chose was Pavarotti and Friends for the War Child, which was a benefit concert that Pavarotti staged in his hometown of Modena, Italy, in 1997 with stars like Elton John and Eric Clapton. A soundtrack. The soundtrack that I chose is one of my favorite movies of all time, and probably the greatest love story of all time, Forrest Gump. My highest recommendation would be anything by Sugarcane Jane and Willie Sugarcaps. Highest on my wish list would be John Fogerty's Blue Ridge Rangers album, which is my favorite John Fogerty solo record. For those of you that don't know, back in 1973, John did his first solo record where he played all the instruments himself, and it was a country record of country covers called Blue Ridge Rangers. And I used to have it on CD, but I can't find it anymore. But luckily I found it on Amazon. I just have to wait to order it. So that's my highest on my wish list. And my channel shout out will be a video shout out. So look for that because it will be within the video. My Silver Lining CD, or my Silver Lining LP, would be Neil Young's After the Gold Rush, because all of Neil's CDs were silver back in the day. Number 19 would be A Steal of a Deal. I guess this could qualify for an album with a great story, but years ago, I became friendly on Facebook with Bobby Whitlock of Derek and the Dominoes. And he messaged me and said, I wanted to send you some of my stuff. And he sent me a bunch of his solo records, and they are tremendous. So if you haven't heard any of his solo stuff, I urge you to check it all out because it is tremendous. 20 would be a promo, and that will be also within the video. I wanted to shout out Roberts on my turntable for giving me this idea to participate. I don't have a promo copy of the Neil Young and Crazy Horse Down by the River promo single readily available, but do I do distinctly remember having a copy of it at one time. The 10th question was favorite box set.